so we've got, this is part 2. So we've got this in the slots, and now you can move it all the way up. And what you're going to do, now that you've moved it all up, we're going to put the chain back on. And the same way we did before, but in reverse, a little bit of slack here. Then what we'll do is we'll come up here, feed it on, so it's on in front, and then we will very gracefully, if I can be very graceful, put it on the back. Alright, so now its chain is on, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get it in the right spot. So we're going to use our chain tensioner, and of course the nut just dropped off. Sounds like a personal problem. So I'll put the chain tensioner in place. Sorry, I'm trying to trick my cameraman here. So you start to put this guy on. And let me get my tool real quick. And what we're going to do here is we're going to tighten this until we have the proper tension in the chain. It's way too loose, right? So just keep tightening this. And again, our wire points forward. Okay, so now you see chain is nice and snug, which is about where it should be. Then we come over to the other side and we do the same thing, but really what we're trying to do over here is we're just going to try to get the wheel straight. That unthreaded itself here. So what we're going to do, the chain tensioner on this side, move the wheel back, and then we'll start tightening the tensioner, but our whole goal on this side isn't to obviously tension the chain. I'm actually going to use it to make sure that the wheel is straight in the frame. So I show up here, Stephen. So you see what I'm going to do is I'm going to center the wheel in the frame, and I'm going to tighten this down until it is snug. And again, I don't want to put a lot of tension on this because it's a piece of crap. But if you show up here, the gap on this side, I can actually go a little bit further to the right. So I'm going to tighten it up, the tensioner, a little bit more. And now if you look at how the wheel is centered, and I got the right, actually I have a little too much tension up here on the chain, so I'll back that off a little bit. And my wheel is a little uncentered. I'll back this off a little bit. Again, all I'm trying to do is use these to center my wheel where I want it. And that's pretty much centered where I want it. And then what I'll do is I will lock these up on each side. And I won't show you locking those up right now, but I'm just going to check that my wheel is centered where I want it. The tensioners are snug, the chain is in good shape, and then what I'll do on this side is run the cap back, and I didn't tighten it, I'll tighten it in a minute, but you'll run the cap back, you run it through its little clips here, and then you will line up this arrow, hope you can see it, and that arrow, and then you will snug that back together, and then you'll be good to go. So that's how to reassemble the rear wheel.